My friends think I come and play with animals. I have to explain to them it's a lot more than that.
They probably think that I'm cleaning poop and maybe playing with animals.
I would imagine they think, at least on this site, it's about helping animals get back with their families. But you don't really think about the downsides, the negatives to that, and all of the unnecessary stress that that can cause.
If we are up here, we're basically going over adoption paperwork, sitting them down, talking about their behaviors, let them know if they have any issues, things like that.
The most common transactions we have are owner surrenders, which is when a person for many different reasons can no longer care for their animal. We do return to owners, of course, if we have a lost or found animal and the owner comes in for them.
I like that it's not the same. You don't know what's going to happen. You never know what people you're going to see, what animals you're going to see. Sometimes you see the same ones multiple times in a week. Sometimes you see the same people, but usually you don't.
It can be hard to remember when you only do something once every 6 months, what you're supposed to do, because there's like a list of 100 steps of what you're supposed to do, and they're all different and they all vary depending on various factors. When we have people that don't know how to control their emotions in public and get out of hand, I don't, of course, that's not comfortable to deal with, and that's probably my least favorite part. We get some extremely agitated customers because they love their animals, and so it makes sense that they'd be really upset.
I think what people realize when they start here, they're here to help animals, but really it's about people and helping people in their worst moments, so it can be difficult to remember that the people are stressed and you're probably causing that stress.
We do have animals come in that are deceased. Sometimes people don't bring their animals right when they die. Sometimes they find an animal that's been on the road and hit by cars 3 weeks later.
She was horribly upset that we weren't able to treat her dog because it was dying and the only thing we could offer was euthanasia.
It can be really difficult sometimes, you know, it's just not going to be a good fit, and you know, they're going to probably bring the dog back, and it's hard not to say you can't adopt from us. Sometimes, on occasions, I wish I would be able to.
It's exhausting, emotionally and physically. No one else really understands what you do besides the people that you work with, so it's nice to be able to have your coworkers to sort of discuss the day's events.
It's really hard coming in on your days off, which if it were once a year or something, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Getting texts from people, you know, my bosses on the days that I'm off saying, we don't have anyone, can you come in? It happens on a pretty regular basis, and there aren't enough of us. We sort of joke that by the end of the year, we're all going to be working Christmas, we're all going to be working Thanksgiving, because the people that were working in the beginning of the year don't work here anymore. It's hard to make plans. It's hard to sort of schedule time off because you get called in.
You get those occasions where you get a person coming in and adopting and you see the joy in their eyes.
I get happy every time I see an animal or get to touch an animal. And so every time you take in a stray or an owner surrender, you don't have time to spend lots of time with them, but if you're waiting for someone to come back to run the animal for you, you get like a minute or two where you can pet them and soothe them.
The best part for me is getting people's pets back with them, because we don't want to keep their pets, we want them to go back home.
Feeling like I'm doing something worthwhile for society and what I want to do with my life keeps me coming back.
The animals aren't walking themselves in here. There's always a person attached at the other end. You know, the animals aren't letting us know who their owners are. The people come in and let us know.
Sometimes you get people that are angry at you. Sometimes you get people who are very happy and loving. Just have to kind of go with the flow. Can't really get anything under your skin. One day you're going to go home feeling, oh, why do I do this job? Next day you're going to go home and you're going to love it.
I think people work here because they're good with animals. They might not have the people skills. And so the people that are really successful here and that stay here a long time are good with people, are good with placating and de-escalating and calming down and helping with the people side of things, because animals are the easy part, it's the people that are hard.